Okay, hello everyone. This is the first video of the Lumberjack channel, and usually we'll be doing like survival shelters and lighting fires and stuff, but there's a fire ban, so we're gonna do the winter activities for next year and start shooting pucks. So as you can see, I kind of watered down my plastic, and we're just shooting at this little tarp that we put in our garage. And I have a couple different techniques. Sometimes I just go for the wrist shot, but sometimes that gets boring. And then you can do the twist, which I'm not very good at. And I don't know, I kind of like doing what Connor Bedard does, where he kind of keeps his arm up here and stick handles. But that's much harder. So yeah, what I like to do if you're new to shooting and stuff is what lots of professional hockey players do, like Connor McDavid, Cale Makar, and all of them, is they'll push back. Here, come over here, young man. Yeah, over here. So what they'll do is they'll push back on the stick to get more flex, and I'm just using a 40 flex. And then go like that. And if you have a net, great. I just like doing this because I don't have to go in the net and pick it up. But then if you hit the crossbar, that doesn't do anything. So yeah, now I think we're pretty dialed on the snapshot, and you're pretty much just going to put all the force up the blade. So you're just going to push on the blade and let it roll off. And then it's kind of like a saucer. If you're just going to, that's a pretty hard saucer. But yeah, now okay, so now we're moving on to the snapshots. And this one is not very similar to the wrist shot. You're kind of pulling it in and then letting go for a second and then pushing. I know I'm not very good at these. This is just how I watch videos and stuff, YouTube videos. I'm not very good at it. It's hard. You want to hit the target though. That's the one thing. You don't want to be hitting your dad's garage door. So that's pretty simple. That was bad. But you're doing the same thing as a wrist shot. When you push it back, you're kind of putting a ton of flex on the stick. So you're kind of just sucking it in and then putting a flat blade. So just shoot this here. Flat and then push. So pull. Yeah, so now let's move on to the slap shots. Okay, here we go. We got the slap shots. I am horrible at these, but we'll see if I can get them dialed. So you're not really raising your stick like up here, because that's how you get a stick to the eye, because I've seen many people doing that. So you just want to keep your stick like up here. Some people just bring it up here a little bit, which I think is a bit high. But you can just, that was okay, I guess. So just like kind of get your foot in front of the puck or lined up exactly, and get your stick right on the puck. And it should be right in the middle of your stick. So I don't like to go for as much as a wind-up, because high sticking, and also it takes longer to shoot by a few seconds. So if you're going to have a method back, you can just, horrible, that was horrible, but let's try that again. That was better. So that was more of a trick. So yeah, this is my first video, so I'm not very good at it yet. But if you have any suggestions, which please do comment, I'll be sure to answer them in the next video, and make sure to like and subscribe. So see you later.